Well, and with some of the ladies being sick, I believe Shannon Worcester to be sick, I think you'll see a big game out of Big Nell. And we won the jump. We'll be going left to right on your dial. King with the basketball. She gets it over Holmes on the left side. She drives, penetrates, kick out to Lamy. Lamy on the left side into the corner to Anderson. Anderson's going to take it back around the left side, gets to about the elbow, pulls and pops, and that's a good sign for the Bulldogs.
Anderson, a streaky shooter, but when she starts hitting those mid-range jumpers off the dribble, could be a dangerous night for her.
Crawford with the handoff. She gets it over to Urich. Urich with the basketball, gets it back out up top. She gets it into the hands of Williams. Mason Williams back over to Zard. Back to Williams. Williams going to get to about free throw line. Kick back goes to Crawford. Crawford into the corner as she gets to Mason Williams. Shot goes up and no good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by King. King's going to bring it up across the timeline, gets into the paint. Kick out goes into the corner to Anderson. Anderson will swing it back around up top and then throws it right into the hands, right into the lap, really, of Mason Williams. Williams will bring it across the timeline, gets over to the right side. And two Mason Williams, one on each team. That's kind of rare.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. We have King. We have Mesa King. But
oh, yeah, Mesa, but two Mesas.
Two Mesas. I thought the same thing.
Williams kicks it back out to Urich. Good catch. As Crawford gets it back out. Dribble drive penetration about free throw line for Urich. Urich with the kick out to Williams. Shots up and nails the triple.
Mesa Williams, 5'10", guard forward. She plays that hybrid, kind of like Lamy, leading the team in scoring right now, 12.8. So look for her to get a lot of touches throughout.
Out of White Sulphur Springs, Montana. Shots up by Anderson on the handoff. It's up and good.
And it could be one of those
Cooper
nights.
With the assist.
Already,
5 points already.
Yeah, knocking down the jumpers.
A good step around, goes up, shows it right in front. Urich does, gets the hands up, steps around, goes off the glass, and good for two to knot it up at 5. King with the basketball. She's working on Crawford. She's waiting for the screen. Just as she looked for it, that quick first step just blew by her and scores 2 points for the good guys. They get into the paint. Nice pass down low. Going up and scoring was Danny Urich, and both teams seem to want to run.
And right now, the 5'10" guard, Danny Urich, out of Belt, Montana. Seems like you always see a Belt alumni on one of these girls' teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a lot of success out of Belt, that's for sure. And they kick it out to Anderson. Anderson gets right into the paint, tries to kick it across. And right now, as much as I love Anderson's game, she should stick to shooting, not passing. And Cooper goes up, gets hacked in the act by Zard. But her 2 passes were picked off, but her 2 shots were nothing but the bottom of the net.
Montana Tech sporting the all green. They have some white detailing on the side of the shorts. But they're playing some tough man-to-man defense, and they got a lot of size, a lot of those hybrid 5'10", 5'9" that can play guard or forward, and that's just so tough defensively when you got players like that.
Cooper knocks down the first freebie to make it 8-7 Lady Bulldogs. 7:09 left here in the first as Cooper goes back to shoot the second of 2. It's up and good. It's always good to get her started active early, and now they're going to the full court pressure. And they get it right into the middle and then kick over to the corner as they get into the hands of Haley Crawford. Crawford's going to get it right back to Williams, who brings it across the timeline, hands it back off to Crawford. Crawford over to the left side to Urich. Urich to the free throw line as he knocks it around as Pallister gets it, and it's going to be a jump ball as Anderson wraps up with Pallister. So it'll stay here.
Coming out of the press, Western always goes to the 2-3 right there. Bree King coming and knocking down the high post catch.
And the kick out goes to Urich on the inbound. Urich using that hand to guide traffic. After a while, that gets called, and then she gets blocked by Lamy driving on the left side.
I really like what Urich's doing on the offensive end, attacking the rim. She's already had 3 looks for layups. That one getting blocked by Lamy.
And then Anderson knocks the inbound pass back out of bounds. Shouldn't it be at 4 seconds? I mean, I literally touched the inbound, right? And then the inbound gets almost picked off by King. Shot goes up quickly. Nice rebound pulled out of there by Crawford. She gets it back out here to Urich. Urich hands it off to Mesa Williams, who puts it up. They get the rebound, kick back out to Crawford. Crawford about free throw line, puts it up and gets the drop to tie it up at 9 again. Tech's relentless, though. They're coming after it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The offensive board helps the offense so much.
King kicks it back out to Lamy. Lamy with the dribble drive penetration gets into the block, but then kicks it over to Cooper. Cooper fakes right, comes back left hand and gets it to go.
With the shimmy, Britt Cooper showing off the post work, and that's her bread and butter.
Absolutely. Well, and too often enough all year she went to the right hand there, and then it's nice for her to unveil that left hand just in time to make a great run at the championship. Shots up and good. She seems like Williams, if she can get to that elbow or anywhere around that range, that's a good shot for her.
Yeah, big development coming from last year. Williams was big time inside. This year she's definitely worked on that jumper from three-point and mid-range.
King to Lamy. Lamy gets into the paint, puts it up. Kind of got messed up a little bit, a little too strong, pulled down by Tech. They come back the other way. The step around, the shot's up and good by Mason Williams. And Mason Williams a bona fide scorer now, though. Like you said, she leads the team, and she's definitely one to watch. King gets into the paint, puts it up, and gets it to go. She's just so tough to handle because she can score in such a variety of ways.
You even see the defensive player just getting the hand right on the waist, and King just does a great job of pushing off and then elevating for that nice float game.
Well, and of course, if you get physical with her, then she burns by you. If you give her too much space, she puts the floater up. And then getting into about free throw line, then out to Zard. Zard with about the 18-footer from the side, knocks it down. Tough shot, but gets the result.
And Zard
takes the 15-13 lead.
Not only shoots the ball well, averages 8.8 rebounds too. So she's a big body inside, trying to lock down Britt Cooper tonight.
The 6-footer, the Dogies, out of Forsyth. I believe it's the Forsyth Dogies.
The Dogies, huh?
One of maybe it's Shepherd Herders. One of them out there is the same, but good basketball player though. And they're back the other way. They still have the lead 15-13 on your Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 4:13 left here in the first. And the shot goes up, and it's no good by Pallister. Rebound's pulled out of there by Cooper. Cooper's going to bring it across the timeline as she gets into the paint, kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson over to King. King's working on a big, so she's going to go right at the bucket. Total mismatch, goes off the glass and good for two.
Brianna King really doesn't care how big, fast, what kind of player she's going against. She's just going to go one-on-one and get the athletic layup.
And the ball goes over to the left side as they get it in the hands of Pallister. Pallister over to the right side to King. Back into Zard. Zard goes up, gets blocked by Cooper, but it's going to be last touched by the Bulldogs. Book out, Bignell, and Shy all step in. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout as well. So with 3:34 left here in the first quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, University of Montana Western 15, Montana Tech 15. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Only at the University of Montana.
I got a text message from Strickland, who's the assistant coach for the boys. He just complimented listening to us.
And on to the next 18
That's cool.
days.
That's good.
But you
10 seconds.
on a set of tires. Have a free brake check or a free pre-trip safety check. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right things that matter.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western locked up in a 15-15 tie. Tech with the basketballs, they look to inbound, and it's picked off by Bignell. Bignell, my pre-game player, Dairy Queen player, so we'll see if she lives up to my high. Book out comes up empty. I want to say the zapped energy being sick took away from her. She knows she's going to have to put a little more oomph in that now, so she's all good. Got that out of the way.
You could tell on the catch she was just a little bit out of rhythm, hesitated a little bit when she was shooting, so got to get a miss out every now and then, right?
Well, crazy enough, the steal there by King, she goes back the other way, gets right into the paint, puts it up off the glass. She does such a good job of getting separation with her body as well. But some people, it's tough to come off the bench at first, right? I mean, and then you kind of get into your routine, and then you're fine. And then other players like Bignell just comes out like the Energizer Bunny and gets her done.
Gets a steal right off the bat when she came in.
And so Williams gets it over to the top to Zard. And, of course, it's a good news for the Bulldogs because last time Sage got a basketball in his lap, both teams won. So
that's good news. I said I was going to shoot the next one I caught, and I just it was a little bit too deep. I didn't warm up either, so I'm feeling like book out right there.
You didn't want to show off.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Peoples checks in as she inbounds. She gets it over as they have some wholesale changes as well as they get to Urick. 3 on the shot clock, and it's up. Nice move by Celeste Falatois.
Yeah. 6'1" freshman out of West Valley City, Utah, and definitely has great size, good feet, and now showing he's got a little touch there with the floater.
Yeah, no, actually got deep and then was able to put it back up the floater. King pumps up the 3 and gets it to go from the right side. And she's looking like she's going to have a day.
Yeah, so comfortable today. When Brianna King gets against younger players, younger guards, she just really doesn't feel any fear.
And unloads everything in the bag. Nice move by Zard. It was good defense by the Lady Bulldogs, but she caught it high, kept it high, put it on the ground and went back to high, finished off the left side up and good for 2. That'll make it 2019. Bulldogs still with the lead. 1:51 left here in the first quarter. Holmes gets into the paint, gets to Darby Shy. Shy gets it knocked away. She's able to jump on the ground, get a hold of it. It's going to be a jump ball. Should be Bulldog basketball.
And they're just not going to let Shy dribble right down there in the key, trying to take a couple, but that's what good defenses do. If you have a tough big, you're going to get down there and make them uncomfortable dribbling the ball.
Holmes checks out. It looks like Lamy came back in. Shy almost unable to handle it. She runs it down, though. Gets it over to Lamy to book out. Tries to get it Shy. She comes up empty. It's back the other way for Tech. Tech with the basketballs. They try to work it down low. It's knocked away. Picked off by King. King's going to bring it up and across the timeline. She's going to get into the paint. Goes up. Shots up. They're going to call that on the floor?
I think you're exactly right. They're going to call it on the ground. Mesa Williams guarding King on the crossover. Just hit some contact. Didn't get the continuation. Most NBA games, I think they would have called that a and one layup. But
most college games.
This one's going to be on the ground.
So they get it to Shy. Shy puts up left side. Comes up empty. Back the other way from Crawford over to the right side to Peoples. Peoples working on Anderson. Anderson just checked in for book out. And it looks like Cooper's going to check in for Darby Shy. So 2019, Bulldogs with the lead, 1:13 left. Freshly checking back in is Danny Urick. She, like you said, she's kind of a slasher at 5'10", a freshman guard out of Belt. And I know she had quite a few scoring titles there for Belt, if I'm not mistaken. The rebound's going to be pulled down by Bignell. And they're going to call a foul on that. They're going to call Mesa Williams.
Yeah, so not a good foul. That's her second. Montana Tech, that's your best scorer, so you got to be careful. Mesa Williams, you don't want her to be getting in foul trouble.
King brings it up and across the timeline, gets it over to the left side, just above the elbow, and then back to Lamy. Lamy puts the shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Falatois. Stolen back away by Bignell. Back up and off the glass and good for 2.
Swiper sneaking in there and just getting a layup. There's Bignell just providing the spark off the bench.
Peoples with the basketball. She looks to the right side, works it into the block. Tall task, but knocked away by Lamy. Picked up by Cooper. Cooper's going to bring it up and across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. She kicks it out to the left side to Anderson. Anderson's going to get herself on the baseline up off the paint. And, you know, some days she struggles only because it hits too hard off the rim. Everything she throws up seems to be gold tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And when you see her attacking off the dribble like that, looked like she was going to go back to the basket and then changed her mind for the easy layup on the left side.
Well, and when she's playing like this, they're just so tough to beat. 5 seconds left, 24 second, 24. Shot goes up, King with the rebound, fires it, and actually got a pretty good heave into it. But after 1 quarter of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs 24, Montana Tech Lady Orediggers 19. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Beaverhead Livestock Auction is a proud sponsor of all sports in Southwest
Just 'cause
Montana.
it's
They take pride in being
tech
loyal
game, we
supporters
should
of
have
kids
pretty
of
good
all
fan
ages. They're
participation.
behind the
No
Beavers,
kidding.
the
Should
Falcons,
get
the
pretty
Bears,
full.
the Panthers, and the Bulldogs. Give
Yeah,
Beaverhead
we,
Livestock Auction
we
a
won
call
our
today and
intramural
have them
game
help
last
you
night,
market
like
your cattle.
1:30 to like,
Beaverhead Livestock Auction
I don't know,
is 5
it was
miles
like
south
50
of
or
Dillon.
60.
Call 683-2002.
wasn't a very close one.
That's a blowout.
Yeah, sometimes we got Dom, so sometimes he just comes
You
out and
have
hits
plenty
like
to worry
8
about
threes.
when you're
last night?
managing
Oh yeah,
business.
he hit
Your
to start the
employees
game.
are
I think he
seeking
hit
more from
4
their benefits
threes.
package, and your budget
Bam,
needs to
bam,
match.
You just don't leave
When it
him
comes
open
to
when
finding
he's
the
shooting
right
that well.
balance
And then,
to achieve your
like if I
objectives,
drive,
it
they
helps to have
help
someone
us.
on
They're
your
wide
side.
open. So
This is Alyssa Creighton from Payne West Insurance,
Well, it sounds
and
like
I will
most
work
of the
with
guys
you
on your team
personally
are pretty
to
quick
customize
from who you
a
named
Yeah.
too. So
plan that meets your
it's
needs
tough
as
to
well
stay
as
we
your
just start
budget.
shooting a
Call me
lot because
today
it's so
at
easy to get open threes, and then
683-6881.
we
Agent is
will just get
independent of Blue
off
Cross and Blue Shield of
let teams
Montana.
come back.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western up by 5 after 1 quarter of play. We're off to a great start, and it should be a high-scoring affair. Both teams don't seem to be slowing down. We'll see after half if that happens, but right now, in the second quarter, they're going 100 miles an hour. They get it over to Peoples. Peoples back to the left side, into the corner. Williams with the shot. It's up and no good. Anderson with the rebound. And she had a great start in the first quarter and continues here with the board. She's going to get into the paint. The kick out goes to Bignell. Bignell stutter step, penetration, kick out to Lamy. Lamy gets it on the block, out from the left side of the block, back up top to Anderson. Anderson looking for a little bit of help with 10 on the shot clock. She's going to hand it off to Bignell. Bignell's going to take the screen, go to the right side, kicks it in the corner to Anderson. Anderson just barely missing. And I think a little of that was just she was forced to shoot.
Yeah, late in the
her.
shot clock, not the most open three either. The best shot they could have got there, though.
Shot in the corner to Pallister. Pallister gets into the paint, goes with the nice running hook into the paint, knocks it down. Nice move by Pallister. Bignell gets it over to Cooper. Cooper on the extended elbow, gets it into the corner. Bignell goes into the paint. The kick out into the corner to Holmes to Lamy. Lamy way off with the air ball.
Lamy not happy with that, but I mean, you got to like the ball movement. They go baseline drive, pass it to the opposite baseline on the right side, and then one extra pass from Holmes gets Lamy wide open, just a little bit out of rhythm, and that's basketball for you right there. Some nights you're shooting the ball great, and some nights not as well.
I'll tell you what, Tech being 2-12, but you look at their roster. I mean, they're young and they're pretty long. They're pretty tall. I mean, they're a team that, I mean, in the tough Frontier Conference, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. They called the travel on Haley Crawford, the 5'6" sophomore guard out of Helena High School. But they do, it looks like they did a great recruiting run. Good, most everyone here is from Montana, one Idaho, a Utah, and a Hawaii. They work it down low, and she's going to take another left-hand shot. Doesn't miss by much. Zard with the board, and she hands off to Crawford. Crawford brings it across timeline over to the right side to Peoples. Peoples fires up, gets it knocked down. Anderson gets a hand on it, knocks it to Cooper. They get it out front to Holmes. Holmes is able to finish nice up off the glass and good for 2.
Great pass.
And that's
from
what we
Cooper.
do so well.
Yeah, on the fast break, just one dribble, not dribbling too much, and just getting it up to Holmes, who is always running.
And the back over to the left side. Crawford working on Bignell. Gets it over and is out of bounds. Holmes with a good defense, forcing Mesa Williams to make a mistake there.
Coach Woolley high-fiving Holmes after being right there in the face of Williams. And I think Tech has a few more shooters they need to get going. Peoples missed a few threes. This team could catch fire. So,
well, we score the basketball so well, people forget that our bread and butter is defense. And unfortunately, a missed opportunity there. Just thrown out a little too far in front of Anderson. She couldn't catch up to it. Got a hand on it, but it went out of bounds, so it'll be Tech basketball. 26-21 Lady Bulldogs with 7:20 left in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Crawford over to the left side to Lana Berg. Berg's going to get it over to Williams. Williams comes back around over to the left side. They work it into the paint to Zard. Zard dribbles it off her own foot and out of bounds.
And just an unforced turnover. Britt Cooper seems to always have a matchup that could change the game, and today she's dominating that matchup, scoring, and on this time playing some great defense on Zard.
They get it up top to Lamy. Lamy over to the elbow to the right side to Cooper. Back to King. King into the paint. Back out to Cooper. Cooper working on Zard. Gets it back out to Lamy. Lamy gets right into the lane, puts it up.
And a great pick and roll from Lamy and Cooper. Such a tough duo to defend. I probably would have liked to see Lamy try to look at the roll because I saw Cooper, but it's such a tough pass and a quick decision right off the screen to make.
And they called that on Zard. Thought that was Zard's second. They have 30 up there, but I'm pretty sure he called it on 40, it looked like. And they're checking her out. So checking in is Jamie Berg.
Yeah,
Berg is 6'1" freshman out of Big Fork.
Not even a 30 on the floor, so it must be Zard.
Shots up and good. So 27-21 Lady Bulldogs. Bookout checks back in. Lamy checks out. Full court presentation. 27-21, 6:46 left in the half. Peoples with the basketball. She goes cross court over to Williams. Williams back to the middle as she gets to Crawford. Crawford brings it across the timeline. She fakes it over to the right side and then goes right back to Williams. They go high post to Berg. Berg back to the outside. Shots up and good by Williams. You know, I can even remember last time just the confidence level of Williams. She looks like she's got it figured out.
Yeah, she seems to know that the scoring is definitely on her and has no problem knocking those down.
They work it to Anderson. Anderson gets to about free throw, but then kicks it in the corner to Holmes. Holmes turns the corner and then gets to King. King for three. It's up and good. And she's just so easy scoring.
Yeah, if you see her stats, you'd think she's taking a billion shots a game, but she's a very rhythmic player. She only
Lets
takes
the game
good
come
shots.
to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Works it over to the left side to Peoples. Peoples down the left side. And pulled away by Holmes. Holmes playing outstanding defense. Gets up on the run, pulls it down and puts it up. And wards off a Haley Crawford coming at her. And that was amazing.
Yeah, the speed right off the tip, coast to coast. And she just let the defender, she held it for a minute on the layup, let the defender go by, finishes the tough layup. And it looks like we have an digger down. Maybe an ankle.
32-24. Lady Bulldogs lead 5:38 left in the half. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Ram is built Montana tough. From fishing on the Big Hole, hauling livestock, hunting on the Divide, or traveling to local sporting events, Mile High Motors can help.
See, like,
It's
this is
not
LinkedIn.
what's
It's
claimed,
like
it's what's
business
proven.
Facebook.
Check out the miles
Have
per
you ever
gallon,
really gone
length
on
of
there?
power
No, I've never.
and horsepower.
So then you have all your
Ram,
contacts,
this
but they're all
That
professionals.
will turn out
Okay.
to hurt real quick.
And you got
Get
to
a better
know someone
truck,
to even
better
ask for
deal.
an
But
invite.
you better hurry.
So you got to
Okay.
work your way
Glory,
through a lot of,
Ram, Mile High
and then
Motors.
it'll give you
Putting
updates
Ram
on
dreams
people.
driveway.
I mean, you could, if you wanted to. You could
Hi, this
search
is Mike
for
Flieger,
jobs,
owner of Lakeland
Yeah.
Feed
post your
Supply.
resume.
Lakeland Feed specializes in
Yeah, I
taking the
might
very
have to
best
make one of
quality
those,
ingredients,
just-
many of them grown right
Well,
here
the
in
cool
western
thing is your
Montana, and
news feeds are all
processing them
business,
into
so
the very
you can read
finest
a lot of
animal
awesome
nutrition
stuff
products.
on there.
Lakeland Feed
Like whatever
manufactures
your
a full
field
line of
is or
steam-rolled,
whatever
pelleted,
companies
and
you
textured
follow,
feed
keep
for
you
all
up to
your
date.
production. 10 seconds. Lakeland Feed proudly supports our young customers learning valuable life lessons through 4-H and FFA. Lakeland Feed, always made Montana fresh.
And welcome back to live basketball action. And starting to fill out pretty good here. I love it.
Yeah, it's a red night. You're seeing a lot of red throughout the
red
gym.
out.
I expect to see a lot of ore diggers showing up. Pretty close game for them.
And they work you back over to the top, over to the left side. You get the basketball in the hands of Urich. They kind of forgotten about Urich, and she did such a great job starting in the first. That's going to be a travel, yeah. She did a three-step around by Falatois.
And Falatois not having the greatest game, but as a 6'1" freshman, clearly some raw talent there, and I think that's a player that could be great in the Frontier Conference in the future.
Coop had a good, she got around her, but then lost the handle. So back the other way come the Ore Diggers. Basketball in the hands of Pallister. I believe it was her who shot it.
And Pallister just went one-on-one with Paige Holmes. Not easy to do. Back to the basket, turnaround jump shot for her.
King with the step around, then puts it up. You know, she never doesn't have her shoulders squared to the basket. That's what she does so well. She gets in the paint, she turns around, makes an extra move, square shoulders, shots up. So there's always a great chance of it going in. And they get right in with Williams. She step around to the right side. Shot goes up and no good by Williams. Pulled out of there. Handed off to King. King with the pass down to Holmes. Holmes puts it up and gets it to go. And Holmes really got her offense going. And let's face it, she always has the defense going.
Yes, exactly. That's why I was so impressed when Palliser scored on her. But Holmes sometimes has a tough time finishing the fast break layups. Today, that is not the case.
Back over to Crawford. Crawford on the right side. Gets it over back to Williams. Williams in the corner. Gets it picked off by King. King brings it up and across the timeline, and the one woman fast break goes up, misses, but then Cooper's able to pull it down, put it back up, and University of Montana Western is out to a 38-26 lead.
And Bree King down on her hands and knees, not in good shape. Looks like she's injured, so a lot of people holding their breath right now.
Didn't even really see the place she went down.
Yeah, on the Euro step, maybe, I'm hoping she didn't come down on an ankle, but I'm surprised. She doesn't look like she's trying to get up either. She
looks like she's in pretty good pain. 3:52 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 38-26 Bulldogs lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Tired of paying a lot for store-bought bottles of water? Call the Culligan Man.
Yeah.
He makes bottles disappear with a Culligan drinking water system. Enjoy great-tasting, triple-filtered drinking water while reducing odors,
like it scared Wooly.
and chlorine
Maybe
taste.
she
All
hit
for
her head.
just a few
Yeah,
cents
that's
a
what it
glass.
looked like. She's
Call Culligan
eye, her
now
head.
and make all those bottles
10 seconds.
Probably has to go on the
Culligan.
concussion.
Better water,
protocol,
pure
though.
and simple.
Maybe.
Call your local Culligan man, Mark Hauser, today, 586-2453.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. She walked out, looked like she was physically okay. We both surmised just with the way she was reacting that she might have hit her head. Went back into the locker room, so maybe in concussion protocol we'll see, and hopefully have a better idea here later. Back the other way comes Tech. Tech with the basketballs, they get down the left side. They pull it back out with Urick. Urick over to the right side to Crawford. Crawford back out up top. Shot goes up, and it's way off to the right by Pallister. Zard with the rebound, the putback no good, but she's going to go to the charity stripe. And Zard's definitely a pretty good player for him. Like I said, 8.8, 8.9.
Yeah,
I mean,
8.8
almost
rebounds.
9 boards a game is incredible.
Yeah, almost doubling, almost tripling what anybody else on the team has for rebounds on the season.
Shots up and good by Zard.
Definitely making her presence felt in that key. And in the Frontier Conference, it seems like you have to have a solid big for a ladies team, because almost every team we play has a great low post player.
Big Nell back across the timeline, gets over to the left side. She gets to Lamy. Lamy back to Big Nell. Good news is Brittany King has rejoined the bench. Shot goes up by Anderson. It's no good. Rebound pulled down by Holmes. And Holmes knocks it away. Holmes having a fantastic half. They get her over to the right side to Lamy. Lamy gets into the paint to kick out to Big Nell. Big Nell three. Up and good.
The cross-court pass in the zone right there. Open up Savannah Bignell on the left wing, knocking down the three.
Well, and people love the starters Western has and everything, but if we didn't have the 3 or 4 other superstars coming off the bench, that's what we bring waves at people, and they just can't cope with the matchups. A little dribble drive over to the left side. Williams going to kick over to Crawford. Crawford gets into the paint, puts it up, no good. I believe they're going to get Anderson. No, they're going to call Holmes on that. Tough call there.
Haley Crawford, 5'6" sophomore guard out of Helena, Montana. And I assume that Crawford and Bignell have had their fair share of bouts, both out of Helena Capital for Bignell and Helena High for Crawford.
Oh, you know, I tell you what, you always look at a roster. You said a lot of people from Belt, but how good is basketball in Helena for ladies basketball?
Yes, there's no doubt. You always see another one of the, Capital or Helena High. You're almost guaranteed to see one of those schools.
Shot's up and good.
And now there's going to be a new high school over there in Helena, so interesting to
And
see.
one in Bozeman.
Yeah, how that
Belgrade
affects.
goes to AA. A lot of things changing on the landscape. 2:27 left here in the half on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Brianna King with the basketball. Great to see her back in the basketball game. Bulldogs lead 41-29. King gets it over to Big Nell. Big Nell down low to Lamy. Lamy puts it up and gets to go.
Nice
A little bit of
shot by
shooter's
Lamy.
roll.
Yeah, that's the Jordan cut coming from across the court right in the middle of that key, just dicing up the zone with a nice little jumper.
Peoples working on Big Nell. Goes to the right side, switches back left. Nice dish down low. Shot goes up by Zard. No good. But she's hacked in the act. I believe they're going to call Darby shy on that one.
Molly Peoples, averaging 11.3, second on the team. Hasn't really got it to go tonight, but right there, pretty play with the highlight spin move. Got the defender to help, kicked it down to Zardy, then drew the foul.
And Zard did the charity stripe. It's good to see all the extra minutes that Shy gets this year in her senior year. She's worked her tail off to get to where she's at as well, so
Yeah.
good to see that.
And then definitely in much better shape this year, and she's definitely a player who's not going to complain about any of that. Just a team player that wants to contribute any way she can.
Yeah, absolutely. Her brother was a heck of a football player for the Grizz. King puts it up, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Zard. Zard with the outlet as she hits it over to Urick. Urick across the timeline over to the right side to Peoples. Peoples back to Zard. Zard just above the free throw line gets to Pallister with a nice move, kind of a step back, a little short step back, but then more of a fade, and knocked it down to make it 43-33 Lady Bulldogs. Shy on the elbow, looking down low, and just loses the handle, and it's picked up by Zard. Zard's going to hand it off to Urick, who brings it across the timeline over to the left side to Williams into the paint, puts it up too strong. Zard with the rebound and kick out. Pallister, what an athletic move by Zard. Zard with the basketball, back out up top to Peoples. Peoples works it over to the right side, looking to get it inside to Zard with 6 on the clock. Zard puts it up, too strong. Holmes with the rebound. Holmes is going to bring it up and across the timeline down the left side for the Lady Bulldogs. She cuts over to the right side to Shy. Shy's going to go baseline, kicks it over into the corner, back out up top to King. King wide open, but misses the front on the front iron. Big Nell the rebound, too strong. Zard with another board, and I see why she gets the boards. I mean, it's unreal. She's a magnet.
Yeah, offensive boards, defensive rebounds, making the rebounding is key in a lot of games, and people usually don't pay attention to that statistic as much.
Lady Orediggers have the opportunity to go for the last shot. 8 on the shot clock. Lady Bulldogs lead 43-33. It's knocked away from Peoples, stolen away by Big Nell.
One.
Gets it out to King. Oh, King can't finish. So great play, comes up empty. So after one half of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, it's University of Montana Western 43, Montana Tech Lady Orediggers 33. We'll be back in 4 minutes for the Papa T's halftime show. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
When you're hungry, it's time to think Stage Line Pizza, the total pizza pleaser. Call 683-9004 for taste-tempting, pizza-licious, fantastic, incredibly delicious Stage Line Pizza. Home or office delivery starting at 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether it's lunch or dinner, Stage Line can deliver. Try one of their traditional favorites or one of their great specialty pizzas. Call today to find out about their nightly special. Stage Line has dine-in, take-out, or all-day delivery. 683-9004. Vans IGA has the IGA promise. A warm welcome and friendly, knowledgeable associate with great service and quick response to your special request. Locally owned by people you can trust, Vans IGA is at the heart of your community. Vans IGA cares about the Dillon community. They sponsor local sporting events and local activities. Vans IGA's commitment to community makes it a great place to shop. Vans IGA, Dillon's locally owned store. Vans IGA is hometown proud.
You have plenty to worry about when you're managing a business. Your employees are seeking more from their benefits package, and your budget may be capped. When it comes to finding the right balance to achieve your objectives, it helps to have someone on your side. This is Alyssa Creighton from Payne West Insurance, and I will work with you personally to customize a Blue Cross and Blue Shield plan that meets your needs as well as your budget. Call me today at 683-6881. Agent is independent of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana.
Hi, this is Andy Bartlome, new owner of Big Time Sportswear and Design. Stop by to find out about our custom design, screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items for your business, school, and events. Big Time has retail clothing, letterman's jackets, and we carry all high school and middle school fan apparel for the Bears, Panthers, Falcons, Cougars, and Beavers.
Rodeo
Big
too?
Time Sportswear and Design, 20 East
Rudy was
Glendale,
good, but I just
683
Yeah, I think he's, I mean,
Hope to see you
personally,
soon.
I'm surprised he...
Did you know the reason why our nose gets runny when you are crying is because the tears from your eyes drain into your nose? Some people sneeze if they have a light shine into their eyes.
Some's playing
It's
class he
impossible
was
to
pretty
sneeze with your eyes
decent.
open.
I don't know if he
Each of your
evolved, but
eyelashes has a lifespan of approximately 5 months. On average, you blink 17 times in a minute, or 5.2 million times in a year. The most common injury caused by cosmetics to the eye is a mascara wand. Eyes are your most precious setting. Care for them properly. Doctors Douglas and John Krager, your vision source.
In life, there are typically 3 types of dreamers. Those who want success to happen, those who wish it would happen, and then there are those who wake up every morning and make it happen. At the Bank of Commerce, we understand the hard work, determination, and sacrifice it takes to make your dreams come true. That's why we're with you every step of the way. The Bank of Commerce, helping you achieve your dreams.
Member FDIC.
1 minute. Knows that your land depends on solid
They got to
understanding
get
of
5.
water
What's the
and dirt.
most we've seen?
At Ari Miller, this
2?
understanding is fundamental to their work as they take
What?
on your vision and make it a reality. They are able to handle personalized
Right.
residential work to large commercial projects. If you're looking for an excavating firm with integrity, ingenuity, and experience, call R.E. Miller & Son, 683-2175.
Winner
Last ad.
again, and that means boys and girls basketball at BCHS and UM Western, and wrestling at the high school. There are a lot of sporting events going on, so get out there and support your local team. It means a lot to them and their coaches. Don't forget the middle schools
10 seconds.
sport as well. So take in some sports this winter, and remember, LS Ready Mix for all your concrete needs, 683-2101.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium, University of Montana Western, leading 43-33. And welcome to the Papa T's halftime show. Papa T's, all Montana Angus beef. So it's 24-19 after 1. They slowed down the pace a little bit, and here we are 43-33 at half. And the defense was as advertised. Offense started off pretty well as well. I think we started turning over the ball just a little bit more than we're used to, but we also caused 12 turnovers.
Yeah, offensively, you can tell the team, maybe got that bug, kind of a tough start, did not quite in rhythm, but when you have players like Brianna King and Paige Holmes who can make plays no matter how well in rhythm they are, then that's going to help you out. And I think both of these teams playing some really good defense. I got to credit Montana Tech for the man-to-man defense that they've been playing, all 5 positions, working together, and they've done a really good job of not allowing any easy layups or open looks, really.
Yeah, no, and the good thing is we started out really getting inside, worked the basketball really well in there, which you'll get to the stats here in a second, but shooting 55% for a half is fantastic. We did struggle a little bit from the three-point line, but so did Tech. The defense really was good. Tech really set us on our heels at first, and we had to catch up, which is rare, but we kind of had to catch up to their speed a little bit.
Yeah, I think some of these young girls on this Montana Tech or Digger team are, starting to feel, they've had to do a lot of scoring as a young player for most of this year, and at this point they're starting to get more comfortable and realizing that, you can be aggressive right off the bat in games, and you see that with a few freshmen. One of those freshmen, Danny Urich, 5'10" guard out of Belt, came out on fire, attacking a lot. I think they got to get the ball back to her. And Molly Peoples, 0 for 3, but, that's a player who can catch fire from behind the line at any point.
Yeah, and I think we both were also impressed with Zard and the way she rebounds the basketball. It was hard to believe at first when you said it, not that she's not going to get 9 board, but 8.9 is rather impressive.
Yeah.
And then you look at it, boom, she's got 9 at half. So I'll let you get to the stats, and we'll go from there.
All right, for Montana Tech Lady Ore Diggers, Mesa Williams, the scorer, has 10 points, 2 assists, 2 steals. Jaden Pallister, she's knocked down 6 points, some nice back-to-the-basket game. Kaylee Zard, we're talking how tough it is to get 9 rebounds. Already 9 rebounds in the first half. She has 7 points, an assist, and a steal. 4 points for Haley Crawford, 4 for Danny Urich. She's also got 3 assists, 1 steal on 16 minutes of play. Jamie Berg also made it in for an assist, as well as Celestina Felatois, who came in for 1 rebound, 2 points. Could be a game changer. They shot 13 of 27, 48% in the first half from the field, 2 of 9 from the three-point line, just 22%, and 5 of 6 from the three-point. On the other side of things, for the Montana Western Bulldogs, 6 points, 4 rebounds from an always productive Britt Cooper. She also has an assist, a block, and a steal. Stuff in the stack sheet. 3 points for Sierra Lamy. She has 1 rebound, an assist, and a block as well. 6 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and a steal for Paige Holmes. 16 for Brianna King. She's also got 2 rebounds, an assist, and 3 steals. 7 points and 1 rebound for Tori Anderson, shooting 1 for 3 from behind the line, but 3 of 5 altogether. 5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals for Savannah Bignell, sparking it off the bench, and 1 assist for Darby Shy on 5 minutes of play. They shot 18 of 33, like you said, 54%, 4 of 13 from behind the three-point line, 30%, and 3 of 4 from the free throw.
So, obviously the early favorite, Brianna King, with 16 points for the halftime kind of, we'll stat it out a little bit. The Dairy Queen player of the game that we give at the end of the game. So far, definitely Brianna King being the front runner. But Britt Cooper's in there with 6 points, 4 boards, an assist, a block, and a steal. That's a great start. Paige Holmes doesn't completely reflect how well she's done with the 6 points. It's still good stats, though. 6 points, 2 boards, an assist, and a steal. Definitely changed the game there. Tori Anderson started off real hot, kind of took a back seat in scoring to some of the others. And then Bignell came off the bench in a big way with 5 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals, and playing lockdown defense. So right now I'd say it's probably going to be the 2 seed. I really like what Holmes done. I mean, Bignell was kind of my pregame pick, but Holmes is playing really well.
Those 2 that you keep talking about, Holmes and Bignell, they're such fun players to watch. One of the things I've really enjoyed this year with this team is Holmes and Bignell both on defense will make plays where it's like, someone was wide open, but they hustled over and got a tip on it or something like that, which will bring this crowd to a standing ovation on just simply a defensive hustle play. And Holmes continues to do that all season.
Well, and, I look at the conference standing for Tech, and they're 2-12, and I see, we have a 10-point lead, but it was pretty nip and tuck there for quite some time, and we'll see how they come out in the second half. But this is going to be a basketball team that's going to be hard to contend with in the next couple of years. They have a lot of freshmen getting some time, some sophomores. I mean, they're not a senior of the bunch, and yet they play hard for Carly.
This team, I see a lot of similarities in this young Montana Tech team to Western, the team they have now, because a lot of the players like Williams, also Pallister, who else here? McMaster, just a lot of 5'10", 5'11" hybrid players who are good defenders but can also come at you off the dribble, and they've done that already, and Pallister and Williams both scoring the rock.
Well, and they got the 2 bigs, Jamie Berg and Celestina Falatois, both 6'1" freshmen.
Yeah, we haven't seen her yet. And,
yeah.
This is, I think, one of my first time seeing her play, and just 6'1", and she moves really well back to the basket.
Yeah, Berg got in, I think, for just a couple minutes, but, didn't do a whole lot. I think for, a minute 10? But 6'1", you're going to eventually find some time in there.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's usually going to work. So in the second half, I look to see a lot more of the same. I'd really like them to start off the third quarter. In my opinion, Coach Woolley is a decorated coach, so I'm certainly not even trying to take his job. But he did such a great job in the first quarter of getting into the paint and really forcing the issue. That opened up some of the outward shots. And then once they locked in the press, I think it tired out the younger team really as the quarter progressed.
I think you continue to see that press. I mean, Tech broke it once or twice pretty well, but you've also seen some issues with it. Woolley does such a great job of switching his defenses where sometimes you're not ready for the press and he'll hit you with that, or sometimes they'll be back in a zone and make you move the ball a lot. So great job from Coach Woolley on the defensive end.
Well, a big shout out to Coach Woolley. I mean, we went from the top 8 to the top 4, and now he's got a top 4 team in the country. So that's fantastic. Lady Bulldogs lead 43-33. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Hello, my name is Carol Kennedy, Chief Clinical Officer for Barrett Hospital and Healthcare. As a nurse, I know the importance of having good communication with our patients and their families. We're committed to making sure every patient is actively involved in their care and their recovery. We work with our patients to not only identify and explain each condition and treatment, but to educate and involve the patient and their families, and so they can be informed and comfortable with the decisions they make and the treatments they choose to pursue. For information on Barrett Hospital and Healthcare, please call us at 683-3000.
Tired of looking at the same houses over and over again and not finding the perfect one? Maybe it's time to consider building your own home. At Pioneer Federal Savings and Loan, we offer the One Close construction loan. You have one closing. Once construction is completed, the loan will automatically roll into the long-term phase. Why pay twice when you can get both your construction and long-term loan in one easy step? Build the home of your dreams and let the experienced loan staff help make it happen. Let Pioneer Federal bring your mortgage home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS 704467.
Taylor Realty, your homegrown real estate company for southwestern Montana and Dillon. If you're looking for your dream property, you'll find a wide range of properties from the Centennial Valley to the Big Hole, from Lima Peaks to the Pioneers. We are here to help you find the property you dream about. So for a great real estate experience, call Taylor Realty at 683-4316 or click on TaylorRealtyMT.com. Click or call, we do it all.
Mark your calendars, irrigators. Pivot Plus Customer Service School is on the way. Our service guys will be your commentators. Friday, February 15th is the day. We'll have great info and updates from guest speakers too. Call 683-4418 and we'll reserve a spot for you. Valley, the leader in precision irrigation.
Yeah, so I think he was just impersonal with him. That's kind of how he felt. I really didn't try to get to know him.
Hi, this is 1 minute. Tyler's Beaverhead Motors. We've been serving people in the greater Dillon area for over 15 years, finding the right vehicle that fits their Montana lifestyle. For us, it's not just about selling a vehicle, it's about providing an experience that is as seamless as possible. In fact, we've recently added a lifetime warranty program to better serve our customers through the lifetime of their vehicle ownership. Stop by today for a new Chevrolet Buick or GMC at 675 North Montana Street in Dillon, or check us out online at beaverheadmotors.com.
And last ad, hot buys for February. Red hot buys on Ace Wild Bird Seed, Filter Right furnace filters, LED lights, buy one, get one free. Great deal on Glad trash bags for all your needs. Sprayway glass cleaner, Gorilla Tape, and Scott Shop towels. Standard Lumber's 10 seconds. Help you with all your projects or any need. Walk in and ask, they know. Stop by Standard Lumber. It's your helpful place for the professional to the homeowner.
And welcome back to live basketball action from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western with the 43-33 lead as we start the second half. Lady Bulldogs with the basketballs. They go right to left on your dial. They get it up top to Cooper. She's going to hand off to Anderson. Anderson over to Lamy on the right wing. She's looking for someone to come open. Gets it into the corner to Cooper. Cooper's going to go into the middle, kicks it into the corner. Holmes for three. It's up and good.
And Holmes really likes the corner three. Cooper doing a great job attacking off the dribble right there, drawing the defensive help, kicking for the open corner three.
They get over into the corner themselves as they get it to Urick. Urick looking for the screen, rolls to about elbow. Gets it back out up top to Crawford. Crawford down the right side. Looking for something in the paint, nothing doing, so she gets to Williams. Williams over to the left side to Urick. Urick waiting for the screen. Doesn't get the roll, takes it herself, puts it up.
Looks like they're going to call the foul on the shot. Coach Woolley doesn't like the call. But you get it inside the paint right there, get the look you want, pump fake. It's tough for a referee, when there's so many bodies in there. At some point he has to, try to make a call, and that one against Montana Western, she's going to knock down
That's
the
just
first
the
one.
first on Cooper. She knocks down the first one, and that's Urick. The crowd, as you can tell, the crowd didn't like it too much. Urick hits the second to make it 46-35.
A little bit more energy in the building here, starting the second half, already chanting for the defense there on the last possession.
King tries to get it. It's kicked away by Urick.
Urick coming out strong. I assume that Coach Carly Sandin had some words for her and said, hey, why don't you step up, go attack this team, this tough defensive team.
So Brandy King with the basketball over to Lamy on the left side. Lamy gets into the paint off the right side, up, no good, but she is hacked in the act. They're going to call that on, I believe that was on Pallister. Just the first on Pallister, so one team apiece so far here in the second half.
That's one of Lamy's staple moves on the offensive end. She just catches, looks at the rim, and then takes off dribbling, drawing the foul this time.
She puts the first one up and knocks it down. And her second of two. Up and no good. Rebound pulled away by Pallister. 47-35 Lady Bulldogs. And Crawford's going to bring it across the timeline. She works it over to the left side. Back around the middle over to the right side to Williams. Back to Crawford. Crawford to the free throw line, almost gets it knocked away. Is able to get it over to the left side to Urick and then down low. And looking to do the turnaround. Pallister kicks it out to Crawford. Crawford for three. And it looks like Holmes is going to track down the rebound. She's going to push it up and across the timeline. And I think sometimes she puts it up and Zard knocks her down, but she's going to go to the charity stripe. But I think some people underestimate her speed.
Yes, you're exactly right. I was just going to say, it looks like Roadrunner every time she gets the ball in her hands, just taking off. Third gear, hit it with the inside out dribble right there.
Shots up and good.
Beautiful dribble move to get the defender off and put Zard in a tough position. And looked like a pretty hard hit, but she popped right back up.
Back iron no good. Zard
Similar
with
to
the rebound.
Roadrunner probably would have popped right back up too, right?
He never gets hurt. She just split the middle and came right down, speed style. Over to the left side as they get the ball in the hands of Williams. Back out up top to Zard. Back to Williams. Williams over to the right side to Crawford. She's going to be called. Holmes will be called for the foul there. No, I guess not. They're going to get Lamy on the.
Yeah, Lamy hustling out. Sometimes in the zone, you try to hustle out so hard, the ball handler sees that and dribbles right at you. Just couldn't slow down.
They get it to Haley Crawford, 5'6" guard out of Helena High School. Back over to the left side. Kicks it back up top to Zard. Over into the corner. So they get it into the hands of Urick. Urick back out up top. Down low to Zard. Gets knocked away by Holmes. Into the hands of King. King into the paint. Into the corner to Holmes. Holmes for three. No good.
It looks like Zard still on the ground here on the other end. I think she took a shot to the head, neck area when Holmes came to help. And
So
she definitely hasn't moved much.
7:21 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Tech with the basketball. Bulldogs with the lead, 48-35. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Dairy Queen's $5 lunch. It's not just for lunch, it's all day long. Try the 3-piece chicken strip lunch, which includes fries, 21-ounce drink, and your choice of dipping sauce, and a sundae, or try the deluxe cheeseburger lunch, served with American cheese, thick cut tomatoes, crisp lettuce, onions, pickles, fries, a 21-ounce.
10 seconds.
You can upgrade your sundae to a blizzard for only $1. Dylan's Dairy Queen $5 lunch is all day long. Dairy Queen is open from 10:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. daily.
And welcome back to live basketball action. 48-35, Lady Bulldogs the lead. Tech with the basketball. They're looking to inbound. A little full court presentation being shown by the Lady Bulldogs. And they finally get it in. Get the basketball in the hands of Urick. Urick gets it right back to Crawford. Crawford blows by Anderson, gets into the paint. Goes down low to Falatois. Shot goes up, no good by Urick. Tracked down by King. King's going to bring it up and across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. 7:02 left in the third quarter. She looks over to the left side, switches back, gets to free throw line, knocked out of the hands of Cooper, into the hands of Williams. Williams brings it over to Crawford. Crawford brings it across the timeline. Back to Williams, gets into the paint, step through, shots up, no good. Lamy with the rebound. Lamy's going to push it up and across the timeline for the Lady Bulldogs. She gets to the free throw line, and then the reach over and knock away by Urick. Tried to do the same thing, but this time used the left hand to kind of get over the top.
Yeah, these guards, if you bring your defender near that high post where Lamy and Cooper had the ball, they're going to try to knock that thing down, hit this time drawing the foul, last time forcing the turnover.
Inbound goes up top to Cooper, over to the right side to Lamy. Lamy over to Anderson. Anderson's going to get to about free throw line and kick it out to King. King's going to switch, go baseline, go up, under, reverse layup, good. Gets the hoop and the harm.
What a play from Brianna King. Just showing off the handle there on the baseline, doing a few dribble moves, going baseline, the up and under with, how many defenders? 2, 3 right there?
3. The third one came to pick it up. And the shot's up and good. And the funny thing is, like, if you didn't know any better, you'd come and you'd see that she's a little smaller in stature and go, how's this gal get 23 a game? And then you watch her play and go, how do they hold her to 23?
Yeah, no kidding. That's college level. I mean, she could probably play at any level the way that she plays.
I mean, keep in mind, she is 5'5", but doesn't play that way.
No.
Gets around, steps through 2 defenders, had another one go up, and Falatois with the step around layup.
Falatois got a little bit of a Euro, kind of a flash of the Euro step right there. I'm telling you, she has great feet for how big she is.
Heard on NBA game, they were talking about the Euro used to be a travel, and now it's accepted as a move.
Well, I mean, what is a travel these days in the NBA?
Yeah.
I mean, James Harden's got the double step back.
It's up and good. 51-38, Lady Bulldogs, 6:04 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Anderson on the right side. She's looking to take it into the corner. The kick back out to Lamy, over to Anderson. Anderson's going to go into the corner to King. King's going to go baseline, splits 2 defenders, and they're going to get Williams on the reach.
And you see Montana Tech has switched to the 2-3 zone, likely trying to keep King out of that key area. This time they're drawing the foul doing that.
And the shot's up and good. 52-38. She might explode for 40 here at home. I mean, she's getting to the bucket pretty easy. Had 16 at half. I think she can get 24 here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, if it was any other player, I might doubt you, but I have no doubt that she has the ability to do that.
Peoples with the rebound, kick out to Crawford. Crawford passes it across the timeline back to Peoples. Peoples to Crawford into the corner. And it looks like Pallister tried to move without the basketball.
And you see right there where just pressure. Coach Woolley has these girls, they're playing right up in their face. It's just man-to-man defense, but they're not allowing you a lot of space to dribble. And it just makes easy passes like that. Unfortunately, a turnover for Montana Tech right here.
King gets into the paint. She's going to kick it into the corner to Holmes. Holmes with the wide open look at the 3. And she hits nothing but the bottom of the net. And that's in the zone. That's where King shines. She just brings a couple people in. Wide open look.
Yep, she's been open in that corner since they started running that 2-3.
And they kick it back out to Williams. Williams the free throw, kicks it back out. They get it down low. And good hands down there by Falatois.
Falatois starting to take over on offense. And there's the reverse up and under. Tough shot. Great touch on the layup.
55-40 until Bookout buried the triple from the right side. That makes it 58-40 with 4:42 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Crawford down the right side, gets it down low to Falatois. Falatois working on Shy. And she dribbled it off her foot, yet Shy still fouled her.
I think that one was on King, actually. Brianna King was trying to help down and not allow Falatois to dribble. Reached in.
So 4:33 left here in the third quarter on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 58-40. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hi, this is Josh Taylor from Frontline Ag Solutions. We have a line of compact utility tractors that will fit all your needs, from landscaping projects to plowing snow this winter and anything in
I've never used that stuff.
They start at 23 horsepower and go all the way up to 66 horsepower.
Baseball players,
If you got a job for it, they make it a
it's good for shoulders and stuff, too.
Don't worry about having to work on it either. Dale and our service department has that.
Throw a lot of BP
Call or
in your
stop by
shoulder.
Frontline Ag today to
Feel
find
it a
out
little
more or
bit.
schedule a demo.
That's
See how
one thing I
versatile
don't
these
envy
machines are.
with baseball players. Like, I'd be sweet
Hi,
to be
this
in the
is Dr.
MLB
Belize
because,
with
like,
the Montana
you have such a
Thermography
long season.
One common
and, like,
question
half
I
the
get
games you can
asked
kind of
is,
just chill, good
thermography
guys.
is a useful tool for breast cancer
I'm
detection.
sure just
The answer
every
to this is
day.
yes.
And
Thermography
after, I bet you
provides
got
information
arthritis
about
and it
subtle
really
physiological
gotta ice
changes
it
to
up.
breast tissue.
Oh yeah, I
This in
still have
return
the
can lead to more
elbow,
intensive
shoulder, and
monitoring.
wrist.
It's not a natural motion for the arm.
Hand,
I
and
think
at
I've
times
heard, like,
surpass
people
other
talking
breast
about
cancer
that.
detection modalities. For more information on breast thermography, call me at 683-9600.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh Gymnasium. University of Montana Western up 58-40 with 4:33 left in the third quarter. Tech to inbound as they get it up top to Peoples. Peoples splits the lane with the left hand, too strong. Gets her own, looks for the putback, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled out of there by Bookout. Bookout to King. King across the timeline. Gets right in, gets it down low to Shy. I don't think that's originally what she was looking at. But Bookout with the handoff to Bignell. Bignell over to Holmes. Holmes back out to Bookout into the corner to King. King down low to Shy. Shy into the corner to Holmes. Holmes not settling, gets to the baseline. Kick out to King. Good help defense by Crawford as she knocks it out of bounds. And with 4 on the shot clock, we're going to have to pull the string a little quicker.
Yeah, no kidding. Great ball movement from Western, but even better defense from Montana Tech.
King's up to the task. She pulls it on the 3, no good. Shy tries to knock it away, goes out of bounds. So it'll be Lady Ordigger basketball.
And really good basketball on both sides. I thought for sure Western moving the ball well against the zone would get an open look there, but Montana Tech just not allowing the drive to affect their zone.
Danny Urich gets it over to the right side. Williams gets into the paint, puts it up, and gets it to go. Good defense by Holmes, but even better offense on Urich.
Yeah, the spin move, using the body to shield away so they can't block the layup.
King to Holmes into the corner to Bignell. Bignell's going to get into the paint, gets it down low. Shy goes up, no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by the Ordiggers. They're going to hand it off to Crawford and back up and across the timeline. She gets it down low. Looking for an open person. She gets to Fellatois. Fellatois with the spin move and then kick out. Williams with the 3. It's up and good. They find a little bit of offensive rhythm for the Lady Ordiggers.
It was a 5-0 run for Mesa Williams, and if they're going to come back in this game, she's going to have to start scoring the ball.
And the kickouts to Bookout. Bookout with the open look, but gets down low to Shy.
And
Shy through the handles.
Bookout was really open at the top right there, just kind of leaking in from the fast break. And Bignell kicked it to her open, and just a little bit of hesitation right there. Was going to shoot, but then decided to pass, and Shy not ready for the pass. Like to see her just pull up that 3 as soon as she catches.
Shy having a little bit of trouble with the handles tonight. As they get Crawford, kick out up top to Peoples. Peoples down low in the block, and Fellatois just falls down and gets called for the travel.
Fellatois looks like she was trying to pivot and just messed up the foot, ended up on her knee, and then once you start moving on the ground, it's usually going to be a travel call.
Hopefully Zard's not hurt too bad. We haven't seen her back in quite some time.
Yeah.
Definitely a talented young lady. Anderson for 3, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Crawford. Crawford gets it knocked away by King, but then picked up by Williams. And I'm not sure if they called a jump ball or a foul. If it's a foul, I think it's the 3rd.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout for Montana Western Bulldogs.
So I think they called that foul, though, on Bignell. So 2:16 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. University of Montana Western with the 58-45 lead. We'll be back in 1 minute.
What are you cooking for dinner
had one or
tonight?
two.
Are you like many people running from
Have her
meeting
up
to
for
meeting,
one.
picking up kids, dropping kids off, and
We'll
to
take
top
it.
it off, now you
We'll
need to
take
make
it.
dinner?
Okay, guys, I got 13 minutes I can give you between games.
Oh, see, that's why you're the man. That's why you get the big bucks.
Yeah, big bucks.
The men's game.
That's a little B, big bucks.
It's all at the Mini Phillips 66.
Well, you hit a
Most
big buck,
convenient
right?
store.
I've hit several going home.
A home is more than wood and nails. A house doesn't become a home.
I do better going home at night hitting them than getting a trophy buck as I do actually going hunting.
By loan options, including FHA, USDA, and conventional.
Well, you don't even have to
We are
be
proud of a long
selective.
tradition of helping meet all your financial
Next car I get, I'm going to armor it all the way across the front, and I'm going to go hunt.
respect. That's
I
why
like
High Peak
it.
Federal Credit Union is the best choice.
5 seconds.
Contact us at 406-683-4373.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. 58-45, Lady Bulldogs with the lead. Mason Williams goes to the charity stripe to shoot. 2:16 left in the third on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. And as you can hear, it's very lively here. Shots up and good. Always great to hear a loud building. Makes it so much more exciting.
Yeah, Montana Western back in school this week. Had a block break last week, so I think it's going to pack up a few more students tonight.
LC State comes to visit tomorrow. That should be exciting as well. King's going to bring it across the timeline. She sets up the offense up top. Gets the free throw line to Cooper. Down low to Bignell. Back out to Anderson for three. It's up and no good. Crawford's been boarding really well from that spot in there.
And this one looks like it's going to be on Anderson. Just Bignell and Anderson scrapping over here on this side of the half, trying to get a steal before they get it over. Fortunately, drawing the foul. And Anderson came out hot, but Montana Tech did a good job of shutting her down for second, now third quarter. Really hasn't shot the ball near as well.
And the shot's up and no good by Crawford. Crawford, the sophomore, just 5'6" guard. She's had a few boards in there and jumping with the Giants.
Yeah, and it's no joke when you have to bring the ball up against Bree King the whole game. So.
Right. When you're watching where the ball's going, she misses both. Lamy with that board as Bignell brings it across the timeline. Over to King. King gets into the paint, but then kicks it back out. Over to Bignell. Bignell to Lamy. Lamy on the left side, gets into the paint, goes up left hand, gets the hoop and the harm.
Great play.
Some of the bigger forwards and centers don't realize how quick she is.
Yep, you're exactly right. She's so quick off the dribble. Saw Bignell was coming to set the screen. Lamy just jabbed towards the screen, and the defender moved so far over that it gave her an open lane to the left, and right there, dribbled in and finished the and one.
And she knocks down the freebie to make it 61-47 on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Crawford's going to pass it across the timeline as she got it to Williams, and Williams just wasn't ready. The pass was a little off and went into the student section.
And the press, Montana Western's defensive press is always throughout this whole game has caused turnovers here and there.
Our first look at Megan Delaney, another freshman, a 5'5" freshman out of Frenchtown, Montana. So no stranger to Dillon by any means. Tried to get it to Lamy. It goes off her hands and into the hands of Mason Williams. Williams is going to hand it off to Delaney, who brings it across the timeline. She hands it off on the right side to Peoples. Peoples with the turnaround, gets on the block, puts it up, no good. Cooper with the basketball as she brings it, hands it off to King and across the timeline. King will bring it to about free throw line. Tries to get it down low, gets it knocked away, but falls into the hands of Cooper. Cooper goes up, no good, but she is hacked in the act.
And there's Cooper again. She's so savvy on the screen and roll. Rolls right off the screen every time and able to get the ball right to her on the low post block area. Two defenders fouling.
Fritz's first one goes up and knocks it down. 62-47 Lady Dogs. 54.1 left in the third quarter here at the Straugh. And the shot's up and good. She's definitely dangerous when she's hitting the freebies too. Her athleticism sure does a great deal down there and such a good defender. And they get it to Peoples. Peoples pass across the timeline over to Delaney. Delaney's going to tick to the right side, switches back to the left. Peoples is able to rescue her. Back over, into the corner. Baseline by Williams. Williams with the kick out. Shot goes up, and it's an air ball by Pallister. And they're going to call a jump ball.
Yeah, Danny Urick and Lamy on the rebound getting the jump ball call. It's going to be Montana Tech basketball.
.4 left. 63-47. Might have got away with a little bit of a walk there.
Yes, and Savannah Bignell right there in the face of Molly Peoples, hitting the tough left-handed layup across the middle.
63-49, shot clock turned off. 11 left in the quarter, 11 seconds. 63-49, handoff to Lamy. Lamy over to the right side. They get it down to Cooper, who puts it up, no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard, University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs 63, Montana Tech Lady Ore Diggers 49. We'll be back in 1 minute.
East Bench Grain is now offering certified seeds for forage grasses, cover
Boys
crops,
get started
alfalfa,
yet?
barley, winter and spring wheat. Call Kent today.
Yeah, they just tipped off.
They're in Butte, right?
You know, they're the
Frenchtown.
they're in Hamilton.
Hamilton, that's
Yeah.
right.
Are here for you. East Bench Grain, from planting to harvest, they're there for you. Call Kent today.
And I got it from ex-Dogie herself. Forsyth is called the Dogie.
Okay, awesome.
Hello, Southwest Montana. James Gorman.
She went to school over there for a year or two.
Nice, I got it right
Piper
there.
and Riker. Say hi, Piper.
Hi, Daddy.
Say hi, Riker.
Surprised we haven't seen this Potter.
So, Piper, can you tell everyone
Ten
how
and
much
six.
coffee costs at McDonald's?
Is she suited up or?
And Riker,
Yeah,
how much for any
42.
size
I don't
pop?
think. I mean, we haven't
10
seen her suited
And for all
up.
you bacon lovers, it's bacon time at McDonald's. At Butte, Rocker, Dillon, Anaconda, and
Yeah,
Deer Lodge
shouldn't even
McDonald's.
make the short
Locally owned
list.
and operated by us.
Oh yeah.
We're loving it.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. 1 quarter left to play. Bulldogs with a decent lead as they lead 63-49 and the basketball.
Looks like Zard back in the game. A little bit of a bump on the head there, but she's back and ready to go.
Holmes to the elbow to Cooper. That's good to see. You never want to see anyone. Cooper fights away through the screen but gets called for the foul.
And already there's Zard getting fouled on the screen again, and you don't want to see her getting hit in the head anymore. It looks like a pretty good lump on the left side there.
Yeah, it does. Full on elbow, you think?
Shoulder, elbow, somebody running through there.
Williams with the basketball. She gets over to the right side. Nice move up off the glass and good for 2.
Silky with the spin move to the right-handed layup from Mason Williams.
And they're going to press, and King single-handedly beats the press. Into the corner to Cooper, back up top to King. King over to Holmes. Holmes on the right side, over to the left side to King. King's going to dribble to the right. Gets into the paint. Down low to Cooper. Cooper up off the glass and good for 2.
And what a
Such
pass.
a precision passer as well.
Wow, I mean, you didn't even see that one coming. Turned around as she came through the key, and not really behind her back, but behind her. Tough pass to Britt Cooper.
I think it's fair to say we're of the Bree King fan club. Peoples gets in on the right side, up off the glass, good for 1, good for a shot and 1. That one's so tough for me. It seems like she's traveling on that move.
Yeah, because the last
shuffle
layup that
step
she hit,
and
it's just a couple quick steps, and then she goes into her layup, and I can see what you're talking about.
shots up and good by Peoples.
Peoples is going to have to catch fire here in this fourth quarter if she wants to bring this team back. They're going to have to hit something outside or catch fire on the offensive end.
3 on Bignell. She checks out. Anderson checks back in. And there's a fight for the ball. Fought for and taken away by Tech. Basketball in the hands of Delaney. She's going to hand off to Peoples. Peoples back outside. Shot goes up by Williams. No good. Cooper with the rebound. She hits the outlet to King. King with the basketball as the Bulldogs are up by 11. Down low to Cooper. Cooper goes up left hand, no good. Zard with the rebound as she hands it off to Delaney. Delaney across the timeline on the left side. works it over to the right side. She gets it over to Peoples on the right side. Peoples into the paint, turns back around, then the kick out. Zard with the shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Anderson. Anderson to King. King's going to speed it up, get it to free throw line, gets it out to Lamy. Lamy gets into the paint, goes up, no good, but she's going to be hacked in the act, so she'll go to the charity stripe, and the foul is going to be on Mesa Williams.
There is Sierra Lamy again with that quickness. She sees in transition she has Zard coming out to guard her and knows probably a little bit quicker than Zard, who's a better rebounder, but uses that quickness to get around her and draw the foul on Mesa Williams.
Shots up and good. But she's so athletic, it's hard to deal with. That's going to be 4 fouls on Williams, but Zard gets pulled. Felitz checks back in. Surprised they don't roll both of them. I mean, I don't know if it's just hard to run the break then, or Lamy hits both to push it out to a 13-point advantage.
Yeah, and I think, Shea Potter, a junior, 6'2", who's on our list but isn't in, also plays center. So you think they're probably just trying to get the most out of both of them rather than playing together.
And the full court pressure, turnover is forced. Anderson ends up with it. Lamy goes up strong, no good, but she's going to go to the charity stripe. And Lamy's in attack mode.
Yeah, you heard Coach Woolley early in the third quarter talking about how he didn't want one pass. He wants you to drive and attack that zone or press. And Lamy clearly got that message because she's been attacking off the dribble this whole second half.
Shots up and good. And so checking in, this is our first look at Charlie Graham Bernisto out of Hilo, Hawaii. 68-54. Make it 69 on the Lamy free throw. 7:44 left in the ball game. Inbound goes to Peoples. They get it to the free throw line to Felitz. Over to Graham Bernisto. Graham Bernisto in the corner. Back over to Peoples. Peoples puts up the triple and knocks it down.
And Montana Tech into the press. They forced a turnover in this quarter.
And King just takes matters into her own hands. Brings it across the timeline. Ooh. Free throw line, the kick out to Lamy. Down low to Cooper. Cooper off the left side, left hand up off the glass. Nice move.
I don't know how you play better defense on that. Pallister right there with her body into Cooper, but Cooper just knowing how to use her body and feet, spinning the up and under left hand finish with Britt Cooper.
Graham Bernisto over to the left side. She gets it to Pallister. Pallister just in front of the free throw line, puts it up, no good, gets knocked out of there into the hands of Graham Bernisto. Graham Bernisto back up top as she resets the offense for the lady.
And the referee,
I was going to say I didn't see it touch.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
She throws it out of bounds. Lady Ordigger's turned it over. So it's 71-56. Bree King will get a little bit of a breather. So, okay, I don't think 40 is probably going to happen now. Not just because she checked out. She's probably sitting at, what, 25?
Yeah, pretty close to that, I'd say.
Lamy with the basketball. She gets to Cooper on the elbow. Gets knocked away. And then Cooper back at it. She tries the back door, pulls, and I thought she was going to get it from free throw line. Left alone. Tracked down by Bignell. Shot goes up by Lamy, no good. And Bignell gets knocked down.
And Bignell sprinting. She gets an offensive board. As the next shot goes up, she's already hustling for the next one. Takes a hard hit on the ground. And that's going to be a foul on, it's like number 14. They have 12, excuse me. Charlotte Graham Bernisto, 5'5" junior.
Oh, stolen away by Felitz. Felitz gets into the lane, puts it up, and finishes with the Euro step.
And she is pretty flashy for a big spin move off the steal, then the Euro step in transition. Not easy to do, folks.
Holmes with the basketball, gets it knocked away, goes right back at it, and they're going to call the foul on Danny Urich. The intensity for the defense definitely picked up for Tech. And really, I mean, as young as this team, they're not a bad ball club. It's just they're going against kind of a juggernaut.
Yeah, I mean, think about, being a freshman coming in and playing one of the highest ranked teams in the nation, and they're not scared at all.
And the Frontier is just no joke.
Yeah.
Nice jump hook, once again by Cooper. It's been the Cooper quarter. 73-59, Lady Bulldogs lead, 5:30 left as King's ready to check back in. They get it back out up top to Pallister. Pallister tries to work down low, gets knocked away. Pulled out of there by Lamy. Lamy to Cooper to Bignell. Bignell brings it across the timeline. She's going to slow down the offense. She's going to hand it off from Anderson to Holmes. Over to Lamy on the left side. Lamy to Bignell to Holmes. Holmes back to Bignell. Bignell for three. It's up and good. Just a quick release.
And that offense is working so well, like a well-oiled machine. You can see right here, you got 5 minutes left. You got to leave. You just want to run through all your offenses, and right there, getting Savannah Bignell the open three.
Crawford out to Peoples. Peoples waiting for the screen, but picked up by Bignell. Had a little bit of opening, and then the kick off to Crawford. Crawford to just past the free throw line. Out to Pallister. Pallister with the pullback, puts up the shot, no good. Lamy with the rebound. Steps aside to clear it out, hands it off to Bignell. Bignell's going to bring it up and across the timeline. Down the left side, she gets it to Holmes. Holmes back out up top to Cooper. Cooper give and go to Anderson, and they're going to get Urich on the hold. Oh, not Urich, huh? It looked like it was Urich all day, but they called Peoples. So 4:14 left on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. University of Montana Western 76, Montana Tech 59. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Dematic irrigation systems are tough and dependable, just like the certified service staff at Intermountain Irrigation. When you need service, call Intermountain at 683-6571. They are there to help you every day and even available on weekends. Great service is the name of the game at Intermountain Irrigation, including great service for all brands of irrigation systems. Intermountain Irrigation, there for you all year long.
Birds
I gotta see what games.
have them, even monkeys in the trees have them.
I gotta see what games are on tonight. See how my team's doing.
Hang our coat and hat. Your advantage over your feathered and furry friends is that Farmers Union Insurance can insure your habitat. Just because it's a jungle out there, don't take wild risks with your property. Call Judy.
10 seconds.
323-65 to help protect your nest. You're never alone with Farmers Union Insurance.
And welcome back to live basketball action here from the Straugh. The University of Montana Western with the 76-59 lead. And shooting two will be Anderson. She puts up the first, it gets it to go. She's off to a hard start and then kind of cooled down, and hopefully she'll put a couple of freebies in here and light her right back up.
Yeah, a good shooter gets a little time at that free throw line, and sometimes they'll line the shot up.
And Bookout checks in for her. (78-59). Inbound. Urich passes across the timeline to Williams. Williams to Peoples. Peoples into the corner, and then down low on the block to Felatois. She puts it up and gets it to go. She has soft hands. She's got some good hands on her.
Yeah, she's a really crafty finisher around the rim. It's a tough shot when you're going on the left side, but you're using your right hand, kind of throwing it back a little bit.
And a little spin and
yeah,
flip.
She's hit a couple of those, put a little English on it. Got the and one this time. Already has a Euro. I mean, when you see a player like this, 6'1" freshman, you have to be scared for the future.
Yeah. And shots up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Lamy. It's knocked out of bounds, but last touch by Tech. So it'll be Bulldog basketball, 3:56 left in the ball game. 78-61. Lady Bulldogs the lead. Lamy breaks the press, gets to Cooper. Cooper into the corner, the book out with the shot, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Crawford. Crawford's going to bring it up and across the timeline. She goes over to the right side as they get it into Williams. Williams with the step aside.
kind of tough foul call there. I personally don't agree with that foul call. I thought Lamy playing some great defense, had her moving her feet, keeping her body in the right position when she drew the foul. But, you know, you got to give it to Mesa Williams, realizing it's starting to get late. We're going to have to attack early and often, and there she is drawing the foul.
In and out, no good. I agree. It seemed like Lamy did a good job of moving her feet, put herself in the right spot, really made the shot difficult, and then they rescued her on the foul. Be Lamy's third. The second one by Williams is up and good. That makes it a 78-62 ball game. King gets it right back to Big Nell. Big Nell to Lamy. Lamy breaks the press. Back out up top to King. King with 20 on the shot clock resets the offense for the Lady Bulldogs. Cooper hands it off to Bookout. Bookout gets over the right side. Can't finish. Did a great job of getting to the hoop. Kind of stuttered there at the end, though.
Yeah, just lost her footing. Couldn't get the layup up quick enough. Hits it off the bottom of the rim.
Velatois between the legs, looking for a dribble. Gets on the baseline with the kick out. And it's going to be stolen away by Lamy to King. King will go up strong, up off the glass, and good for two.
And King saw the defender running about the same pace as her and really didn't have any worries. Just hit the next gear and went and got the easy layup in transition.
And they get it out up top to Urick. Urick over to the right side and then down to Velatois. Velatois working on Cooper. She gets it out onto the right side to Crawford. Puts up a tough shot. Not sure what the foul was, but it was certainly I was going to say it was a bailout foul if it was on the Bulldogs, but it wasn't.
Looks like it was on the offense. I didn't see it. Must have been an off-ball foul.
They called that on Urick. That's her fourth, is it not? No, just her third. I thought it was her fourth.
And Urick putting in a lot of minutes this game, been in most of the game.
Double bonus for Big Nell. Shots up and no good. 2:30 left of the ball game on the Intermountain Irrigation scoreboard. Bulldogs lead 80-62.
I mean, looking at this Tech team right now, you have
good.
Crawford, a sophomore, Pallister, a sophomore, Urick, a freshman. This is great experience for those young players, playing a whole game against a good basketball team.
And they're certainly not empty on talent. Probably all, you know, for the ones that I do know are out there, probably all leading scorers everywhere they played.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that as Haley Crawford dumps down the nice assist to Williams.
Puts it up off the glass and good for two. So it looks like King will go to the charity stripe on the Molly Peoples foul. Peoples third.
This is why King is the closer. She can knock down these late game free throws without too much pressure.
Shots up and good.
I assume through her career she's probably been to the free throw line quite a bit.
Yeah.
The way she plays, constantly attacking you off the dribble and drawing a lot of fouls. So you can see why she would be good at it.
Ooh, misses that one.
Jinxed it.
Yeah, 82-64 as Delaney brings it across the timeline. Over to Peoples. Down low to Pallister as she misses. Pulled down by Britt Cooper to King. King across the timeline into the paint, up off the glass. Good for two and gets the end one.
With the fillet, the tough lay-in finger roll.
You hear from the bench side over here, easy, easy, and she just goes into gear three.
That's the next thing I was going to say. Is coach was trying to get him to slow it down. She put a little dribble move on one of the defenders and then got the and one acrobatic layup.
And we bring our Mesa in, Mesa King. Shots up. There are two Kings on the floor, and they're all Queens today on Valentine's Day.
And that's just how deep this Western team is. Mesa King, on any other team in the conference, probably getting a lot more playing time, but definitely a hopeful future for her, too.
Well, that's also the draw here. You're going to get some good basketball. Picked off there by Big Nell. Big Nell back the other way, puts it up off the glass. And if it wasn't already put away before, it's definitely put away now. 87-64, 131 left. They get it into the paint on the corner to the right side. And Williams will go baseline, get it down low to Urick. Oh, I don't know.
Urick had a couple hands down in there. I can understand calling that, not a great look, but that's why, earlier in the game for Western, you hear Woolley drive, attack inside. Now you see on the other end where it pays off. You might not get the best shot every possession, but getting to the line at least is going to help your team.
Shots up and good by Urick. Lamy checks out, Bookout checks in. So Holmes, Bookout, Anderson, Bignell, and who am I missing? Oh, Mesa King. So shots up and good. 88-65 the call here. They get it over to Bookout. Bookout will hand it off to Bignell. Bignell will bring it across the timeline as they slow down the offense. 1:08 left as they get it over to King. King back over to the left side to Bignell. Bignell left side into the corner. Anderson back out to Holmes. Holmes for three. Front iron no good, but Bignell's able to track down the rebound and bring it back out up top. Another unassuming superstar that comes off the bench. Bignell definitely one of those players that would start for anyone else.
Yeah, and I think she's trying to make a bid for that player of the game. Getting a few steals, some fast break layups here in the second half.
Back over to the left side. Hands off the Bookout. Bookout down low to King. King with the step around, nice easy hands. And the crowd likes what they see.
Yeah, seeing the young player come in, already making effect, and a great pass. Brandy Bookout right across the key to King.
And she redshirted because she got hurt, right?
Yeah, it was ACL actually.
So that's tough to come back. I mean, obviously it happens all the time. Unfortunately, that's the most common injury in women's basketball. I mean, it happens, I think, almost a 2-to-1 to women over men that play basketball.
Really? Wow, that's very interesting. And it's not like it's uncommon in men's sports either.
Right.
So,
I think in basketball in particular, women have an ACL because of the stress on it. But the athleticism that these ladies have, and most of the ladies in the Frontier Conference, just make it such a fun conference to watch. And the talent level that this Bulldog team has up and down the bench. Like you said, to have a Mesa King just stashed.
Yeah, hasn't played a minute until the fourth quarter.
And the Bulldogs can hold on to the basketball till the end. 3 seconds left. And that'll do it. So the University of Montana Western Lady Bulldogs 89, Montana Tech 68. We'll be back in 90 seconds for the Papa T's postgame show. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab. Our highly trained physical
Is there a score to the boys' game?
Like and Sheriff Harris.
Last I heard it was 13-9 Stevensville.
Oh, wow.
Pain or injury. Whether you're a senior enjoying life to its fullest, a weekend warrior, or an elite athlete, Ortho Rehab will empower you to achieve your best through the benefits of physical therapy and sports medicine. Stop by 201 Southside Boulevard across from IGA, or call us at 683-3675. Reach your peak with Ortho Rehab Physical Therapy.
You think that's
Hi,
the
this
girl
is Shane
that,
Poyer, branch manager of Stockman Bank.
the one that was, we thought, that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why wouldn't her number be in that? That's my own thing. I mean, it's in mine. Maybe it's just because that one's, I don't know, but.
Montana Roots.
The game time one.
Yeah, and she's dressed out. So maybe she did it right before or something? I hope not.
On behalf of the staff at Stockman Bank, we would like to wish all teams good luck this season. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking, member FDIC.
Last ad.
Take good care of your battery with the help of Napa with Max Battery
I'd rather have you smell too good than not good enough, I guess.
Right. 2 for $7. Protect your engine from the misery of...
I think it's almost halftime. It's like 32-25 Stevensville.
Wow.
17.
10 seconds.
We need to get it together.
For $3.79 a quart. Stop by Napa Dillon today and save. They are the know-how guys.
And welcome to the Papa T's postgame show. Home of the world-famous taco pizza. Bulldogs with the 89-68 victory. And I tell you what, the ladies played really good. It opened up pretty fast and furious. Kind of slowed it back down a little bit and then got out to pressing them and really kind of put them away at that point. Kind of kept them at arm's distance and then put them away at the end, beating them by 21.
Yeah, you see the impressive guard play, a lot of experienced guards on this Western team. We always talk about what they bring off the bench, and when you got